What up, world? It's Vest back at NAMM 2024, and we're here with Luke from KORG. And Luke, what do we have here?
We have something very, very special for you today. This is the global launch of our PS-3300 polyphonic synthesizer, which is a complete recreation of the original synth from the 70s. And we're just incredibly proud to announce this. It's just, I'm still blown away by it myself. So, yeah.
For sure. So original reissue. Only thing I really know about the history of this is that I was told that there was like less than 50 ever even made.
Yeah, it was super rare back in the day, and it would partly because it was expensive and massively complex. But what we've done is we've taken the original and it's completely authentic, but we've refined it slightly and added a couple of features that modern users will appreciate. So for instance, you see on the right side there we've got MIDI and USB. Neither of those protocols obviously existed back then, so we've downsized the connector as well, which connects the keyboard to the unit. That used to be a big kind of clunky industrial connector, and we've also added those white buttons on the right hand side, which are presets. So this is having the beauty of an incredibly powerful polyphonic analog synthesizer, but with memories as well. So you can really harness that power and save all your favorite sounds. And the amazing thing about this, when it came out in 1977, was that it was fully polyphonic. So 49 note polyphonic, full polyphonic. So if you hold down the whole keyboard, every single note will play. So that's what really makes it special. And then you've got 3 modules times that. So you've got 3 times 49 amount of polyphony, which is now is a lot, but think back then when you were used to, monophonic synths, maybe duophonic, early days of 8 voice and stuff, and then you got this, which is an absolute beast. So
yeah, so let's just break it down, starting with the signal generators.
So if you think of each of these of kind of copies of each other, so you've got 3 layers, and then over on the right side are the levels. So that's where you select the volumes of the 3. And then within each module, you have your waveforms, just as you'd expect on an analog synth, which you can just change. You've got PWM, so you can do pulse width modulation. You can tune. You can change the scale. Then you've got your filter section, so cutoff, peak or resonance, key track, so where the filter's relevant on the keyboards. You can also send the filter to the envelope as well, which is this next channel. So that's your ADSR, attack, decay, sustain and release. So that's how you shape the kind of envelope of the sound. This acts as another gain stage, so you can adjust the volume there as well. And then another thing that made the 3300 quite unique was this section. It's called a resonator. So that's kind of like a bandpass filter where you can sculpt out lots of different frequencies. And also if you want to modulate them by flicking that switch, and it'll send it then to the modulation generator, which is an LFO. So you can start getting some really nice cyclic motion of your sound using these resonators. So you can get that kind of phased kind of effect and nice nasal sounds. And each one of the modules has a resonator, so they can all be doing different things, layered, different pitches, and it's just completely odd. And at the bottom, another thing which made this a special instrument was the temperament adjust.
What is temperament adjust?
So basically what that is a way to tune the scale. So you can do micro tunings. So each individual note of the scale can be tuned. So say for instance that E there, you want it to be a little bit flatter or a little bit sharper, you can just literally just tweak it here and change that, and then it will change the pitch just of that note. So it's great for experimental music as well for that reason.
And that is per oscillator, per module block.
Per module block, yeah.
Wow.
So they can actually have different temperaments as well, which can be a bit dangerous, but if you're careful, you can get some fabulous effects doing that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So let's go over to this section a little bit with the signal mixing.
So it's what we call a semi-modular synth. So without any patching, it works all completely fine. But if you want to, you can then start patching in extra elements. So for instance, you've got an extra envelope generator here. So you could patch that, say, to one of the filters, for example, to have a separate envelope on the filter to the main sound. And this is also where all your presets are. So that's how you save your favourite sounds and recall them very, very easily. And even with the USB, there will be a librarian piece of software available for it. So you can actually save all of your favourite sounds on your computer. Even though it's pure analog and it's completely authentic to the original, you can connect it to modern devices, back up your sounds, change your temperaments and stuff like that as well. So that's pretty cool.
I see on the sample and hold module we have a sync button. What's that? Is that syncing the clock or is it syncing pitch? What is that doing?
I'm guessing it syncs the clock probably to one of the LFOs.
For sure. Was that something that was on the original as well?
Yeah, everything there that was on the original apart from the patch memories and MIDI and USB. Yeah.
Got you. Let's jump to the keypad a little bit. This also looks like a valid addition. Yeah. Is this a special keypad? Are we adding polyphonic aftertouch to this, or is this just a recreation of the original?
It's a recreation of the original, but as you can see, you've got aftertouch patchable, and so everything's there that was on the original, basically. So it's completely authentic, but we've got a modern feeling keyboard, so it feels super smooth and responsive to play as well. Yeah.
So as I understand, this is only going to be made to order?
Yeah, that's the plan at the moment, yeah. It's still very early stages of deciding how KORG in Japan are going to do this, but yeah, that's what they've told us so far. And they're saying that production probably will start towards the end of the year, so because it takes a long time, as you can imagine, to manufacture these. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, now I want to hear it in action, so let's plug this up and see what it can do. All right, well, Luke, I can obviously get lost for hours playing with this. I might have to actually come back maybe later today or tomorrow and patch it up and do a few other cool things with it. But thanks for showing us this PS-3300. I'm Fess. This is Luke from KORG. Let's go see some more gear.